Hello, it's the Ranny Duck, and today we're back again for another video with the recently buffed E50 and E50M. Basically, there's an on-tracked out at the moment for these vehicles, and I thought I'd just quickly get a replay out for you while I had the chance on E50 and E50M. Believe it or not, these are the first replays I played in the tanks. Ready for the video. Basically, I literally played 2 videos in them, and I thought, well, they'll do. So I'll probably do some more games in it later, but I thought these were fairly decent games just to get a video out and show them what they are while it's still on track. So the E50 is a tank which used to be one of my all-time favourite tier 9 medium tanks, and then they nerfed the aim time on the gun, and it kind of ruined the tank for me a little bit. But I must admit, that was pre 6.0, and I've not played this tank since then. It was the first time I bought it back, and you know what, now we've got all the accuracy and everything with the 6.0, it's not actually that bad, and I've actually, it's quite an enjoyable tank to play. So I think I'll get some more replays out on this. The buff which they've basically done is essentially they've buffed the turret armour from 185mm to 200mm. So hopefully that'd be quite a nice little buff. If you're using the gun depression, you might be able to bounce a few more shots through the front of the turret, because it was quite an easy place to pen the tank. The tank itself is actually fairly well armoured, and you can side scrape quite well in it, as well as the fact it's quite a nasty tank when you're ramming people because of the power to weight. And yeah, it is a nice tank. Like I say, the aim time on it is a bit slow, but the accuracy of the tank is actually fantastic, and it can really hit some dirty shots, honestly. I know everything's accurate nowadays, but this is exceptionally accurate. And so yeah, on to a bit more of the replay one. El Remain, there is no fun police in this one. We'll push the sort of usual position I tend to take from this side, especially when there's no artillery to worry about. And as you say, I've already picked up sort of 1500 damage, and yeah, we managed to take out their light. And I've got quite a nice little position here to get shots on this 705. Probably should have gone for a lower plate there, but I thought of the angle he was at, maybe I would have a chance of penning there. But we do manage to get a shot straight through the turret of the Polish tier 9 tank there, and high rolling taking them from out. Because the gun I uses 390 Alpha. I use the big gun, and I think they also, with this buff, they slightly buffed the reload, only slightly by 0.5 seconds from this gun. They buffed the other guns as well, but for me personally, this is the gun you want to use. This is my favourite gun anyway. So you can see already we're having a pretty decent game. The enemy haven't really put up much resistance, and this 705 now, you can see how many module stuff he's got damage. We've tracked him in the open. We're hoping we can just finish him off, picking up a kill and some more damage, putting us just under 4k. So this game's been more of a one-sided affair. I guess the games I enjoy the most are the ones where a little bit more closer, but this was the first replay I had, and I thought this shows what the tank can do. It's got it's a bit of an all-rounder. It's got good mobility, really good gun, accurate gun, and armour to go with it. So there's not really a lot not to like, to be honest. Like I say, it's got 8 degrees of gun depression as well over the side. So yeah, really enjoyed it. You see I made quick work of that waffle E100. Perhaps could have used HE to get a bit more damage on the turret, but yeah, we took care of him in the end, so not to worry. We're going to see now, it's just a case of where can I get the most damage. Now I've noticed that 3 of the tanks are on the other side, and the last other tank is this T32. I'm hoping I can get a couple of shots from this T32 because he is full health, and then maybe move over and see if I can just get any other shots in on this game. So we get one shot into the T32. We're then going to get another little shot. You see how good the accuracy is there. We easily hit that shot. I'm not going to hang around to see if we can get the kill, because chances are he'll get taken out before we get to take that shot, and I'm going to use this time to try and get ahead of those guys and see if we can just get any more damage, because we've already got 5,588 damage. It'd be nice if we can get over the 6k mark, and this is why, you know, I like this tank. You see how much quick it is. It gets to its top speed fairly decently as well, and you can just get across the map really well, and it's really nice to have a bit of everything really. Like I said, this always used to be my favourite tank until they nerfed the aim time. You see, the aim time is quite long there, but it's so accurate. I wasn't even fully aimed in, and I still hit the shot. This gun used to be like a proper laser. It used to aim in really quickly. It's a shame they nerfed that, but again, it is still a really good tank, and I'm glad I bought it back. Probably worth picking up while it is on sale in the track. But yeah, so that's it for the first one. 3 kills, 6,300 damage. I've already free marked this ages ago. Got the Ace tanker, got the high caliber. Yes, I hope you enjoyed that one. And if you stay with us, we've got the E50M coming up next, and we will show you that shortly. Hello, okay, so here we are with the E50M, which is essentially just it is just an upgrade, isn't it, to the E50. Got better armour, slightly more hit points, and yeah, I think it's slightly more. It's got a better aim time on the gun. It is a little bit slower, like the engine power of this tank is a little bit slower than the E50. So, well, like the power to weight, I should say. So I actually run powertrain on the equipment on this tank, and for that extra 5% engine power, and I recommend doing that. It makes a massive difference actually in the tank, because you don't need the stabs at all, because it's already so accurate. The stabs is a waste of an equipment point. It really isn't needed, it's overkill. So you've got spare equipment, and that powertrain, honestly, you can see here, it gets the top speed. That extra 5% just makes such a difference, and I think it actually really improves this tank. So the buff they've done anyway with this tank is essentially, you know, the same as the E50M. They've just done a turret buff. It's buffed from 185 mil on the front turret face to 230. Like I say, this is the first. I've only really had one game in it, so I haven't had a lot of chance to try out, see how much difference it makes, but I think it will make a difference. But I need a few more games really to make an assessment of that. But either way, I've always liked this tank anyway. It is just an all-rounder. You're never at a disadvantage. You know, if you get a city map, you can brawl quite easily. You can side scrape in this tank. You can block shells. If you get a big open map, you've got the speed, you've got the mobility to get out, you know, to different locations. You can really play anywhere. You know, that's the beauty of this tank. We're on Canis, and what I'm going to do from this spawn, this is a position I like to take up a lot. It's an aggressive position, but it puts the enemy under a lot of pressure. You do have to be careful, because you're putting yourself in, you know, the artillery, the front police can hit you here, and you're putting yourself in lots of angles for the enemy to get shots at. But like I say, it just puts the enemy under a lot of pressure. You can see here I can now get shots at anything which is down this line, like this Jagdtiger E100. You saw how good the accuracy is there, where I managed to get a shot through the cupola of the tank. But yeah, I'm just trying to deal with this guy now, and like I say, just trying to keep rocking back and forward. I am worried that the fun police could get a shot in me here, but generally speaking, they might seem to go for the guys sort of camping on the ridge if they're lit up. But what I would do here, you can get good assistance, because you'll tend to be the one spotting them, and it's just a nice little position I like to use. One other difference between the E50M and the E50 is, rather than having AP shells and APCR, you've actually got APCR and heat, and that's really nice, because you've got 270 pen on your standard rounds, which is really good, and then you've got the 330 heat pen, just for making it easier dealing with things like this Jaguar E100 basically. I could have penned a lower plate with the APCR there, but at the time that wasn't visible to me, and I wanted to make sure I just kill this guy as quickly as I can, so that I can move on. Essentially, I want to get, you know, I want to get the rest of the damage. But yeah, so we got a little shot into him there. We're hoping we can just finish him off with a lower plate, which we do. And now that pretty much wraps up this side. I'm now going to head towards the middle, so that I can see if I can get any shots in there and help out. I don't really like pushing down into their base under 1-2, because I find it a little bit awkward when the enemy are camping on their base. It can just be quite awkward to get, if you get out spotted there, you get stuck. So I'd rather go to the centre of the map, just in case maybe they push to our cap, and then I've got a chance of actually getting back and resetting. So that's the plan anyway. So we're moving across, and now we do, I believe, we actually spot a Valor pushing in the open, which is nice. We'll get a nice shot in for him there. Maybe we could to wait in and actually try to get a shot in for the track wheel. But now you can see we can side scrape off of here, and I guess with that extra turret armour, you know, that is going to help. I mean, 230, obviously they're shooting heat at you, still going to go through anyway, but you're still going to be able to bounce, you know, more shells, especially off the lower tier tanks anyway, at least. So we want to try and get rid of this Valor if we can. He has now moved into cover. We're actually losing this game. It's actually 8-12 at the moment, but I'm still full health, so I'm still in a good position to get a few shots in. Now this TVP gets spotted out in the open. We get one shot into him, put him in a 1. He snaps one in. We do block one, and now we're happy to eat another one if it means killing him. Fortunately for me, we kill him and we don't even eat a shell. This fella's now pushed round and he is in the open. We're able to get a shot into him, and then he gets quickly shut down by IS-4. We are now in the cap circle, and at this point I'm thinking, just please, enemy team, can you get a reset, because there's more damage for me in this game. I've only got 3,600, you know, I definitely could get more, but this is where you're going to see another thing this tank is good for. It is very good for the ram. As you see, I just absolutely destroyed that Death Star there. We're now into this Hydra. He's full health, which, you know, he's only a tier 8 versus my tier 10 tank, so we're hoping we can get a little shot into this guy and take him out. You see, we can block tanks in this tank. I'm just rocking back forward, going sort of keep turning my angle, so it makes it awkward for him to pen me. Now he's face hugging me, he's hiding my lower plate, which is nice. And this is, you know, where I guess having that extra turret armor is nice. Unfortunately, I think I actually bounced that shell. I couldn't quite get the lower plate, but now where he moves down, it is allowing me to get a shot into him, but he then gets taken out. I think I then get slapped by the artillery, so I'm going to try and wait and lose my spots. It is a 5 versus 5, and then I'm going to see if I can get behind the enemy line and see. I'm guessing that they might still have stuff up at the B2 area, or, you know, there obviously is people who went to their base because they have killed the guys in the base. Thankfully for me that they have killed my own guys in my team, because otherwise we would have capped out and I wouldn't be able to get any more damage, and that would have been a shame. You see I've got 5,000 damage, tiny bit of resistance, and I blocked 1,200. So yeah, we're going to move through. You can see this is the benefit of that powertrain. Honestly, it really makes a difference, because the top speed on this tank is good. It's 62 kilometers an hour, but I found I was never able to make it there without that little buff to the engine power. So it just makes it definitely seems to make a difference to me. Anyway, so we know where their fun police is now. This is who we're heading for. See if we can take out him. We'll see if we can get behind the team, and yeah, just get a little bit more damage. So yeah, we'll try. I guess we probably should be a little bit careful that he doesn't shotgun us, but we haven't been lit, so he doesn't really know where we are. You can see he's facing the other way. I know he's not going to be able to turn around before I get behind him, so I'm not worried about him getting me now. He is dead, and managed to take him out. We do get in cover now. If we've seen this in Mill 1, he's not looking at us, so we're going to aim our shot, pop the food, get the kill in then. And now we just got this E50 to deal with. It's looking a lot more comfortable now, isn't it, with a 4 versus 3. This is the new tank which has just come out, which I haven't really had a chance to look at it properly. By all means, I think it's a big, nasty derp TD. But yeah, I haven't looked at it, so I can't say too much about it yet. I'm sure there'll be some videos out here at some point. But yeah, this game's pretty much done now. We've got 6,400 damage, and we're just gonna. We definitely picked up a few kills. I hope we're gonna pick up this one, which I'm glad we did, because that secures a Devastator medal. And yeah, so that's it for this one. Like I say, these were the 2 replays I did on the tanks just back to back. So I probably will get some more replays out in these tanks if you like them. I'm sure I can get some bigger games in them as well. But I just wanted to get this video out nice and early for you, so you can just see what the tanks are about. So yeah, as always, thank you very much for watching the video. Also guys, thanks for subscribing, the support I've got so far. I'm like over 600 subs now, which is amazing, so I really appreciate that. And as always, happy tanking.